Hi, I'm Wanhee, and when I looked in the mirror, I thought to myself, damn, what is that? I've gotten chubby. 1 minute you look okay, next minute you look like a slop. But here's the cool thing, you can get in shape just as easily as you got out of it. So in this video, we're gonna go into the 7 secrets that will get you an aesthetic body in the easiest way. Let's get into it. Let's say you, in order to build muscle, have to do 20 different exercises and 10 different sets and 20 reps. So your workout takes 2 hours. You got back day, chest day, shoulder day, ab day, and you got to do all of that so that you can build a body that kind of looks good. Meanwhile, there's another guy that only trains 3 times, only does 5 exercises, and only does 5 to 8 reps. And his whole workout takes less than an hour, and he's in and out of that and hardly breaks a sweat. And he can still build an aesthetic body. Now, if you have those 2 guys, who's going to find it easier to build a body that he wants? It's the second guy, and that's exactly what your training should look like, especially if you're a guy that's got other things going on in life, that you're kind of busy with hobbies, with jobs, with social life, with family. You can't be training like that first guy. So you got to make the routine extremely minimal, but still get the same results, still get bang for your buck. When you design a routine, when you pick a routine, you need to make sure that 80% of the exercises are compound movements. These are exercises like the bench press, shoulder press, split squats, deadlifts, things that use multiple muscles at the same time. In the case of the shoulder press, you're doing upper chest, shoulders, triceps, core. At the same time, you're hitting 4 muscles at the same time. When you do a Bulgarian split squat, you're hitting your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves even, and your abs and your obliques all at once. This is the secret to building an aesthetic body in a minimal way, which is also the easiest way. It's by making sure you use compound movements so you can do less workouts, less reps, less sets, and still build an aesthetic body. If you want my system, my exact minimalist routine that just literally takes less than 3 hours a week, 5 exercises, super simple, then you can grab Aesthetic Body Blueprint down below. Next, let's say you wanted to craft the perfect sculpture of a human body. Like, let's take Michelangelo when he wanted to create the sculpture, and he said, I'm gonna have to do everything at once: his toes, his eyebrows, his hair, his abs, and his glutes. We must all design it at the same time. So I'll chip the top, I'll chip the bottom. He's got to do all of these different things. He's not going to do a good job. And when you want to focus on your body, it's the same way. If you want an aesthetic body, you want to focus on that V-taper upper body first. That means focusing a large part of your attention in the upper body when you first get started, so that you create that aesthetic V-taper foundation. And then as you get used to the gym, as you build some consistency and strength, as you learn how to train with the right intensity and form, it's okay for you to switch your attention and bring more and more focus to the legs, to the core, to the posterior chain, and to kind of build your aesthetic body in stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Most people freak out and they start focusing on everything: their legs, their forearms, their traps, and it's like, dude, just chill. Just focus on one thing first. That's the easy way, because the more you focus, the more you get good at that one thing, the more manageable it is, the less overwhelming it is. That's how you get great results. Next, so let's say you went into the gym and you're like, all right, Wanhee, what do I actually do? Now, I'm just gonna give you 4 exercises, and these are the only 4 exercises. If you had to live and die by them, these would be the 4 for the upper body. Number 1 is the incline bench press. This one hits the upper chest, the shoulders, and the triceps, and if you do it right, you'll also have to tense your core, so it's hitting all of the front of your upper body, and it targets that part that is lacking in most aesthetic physiques, is the upper chest, right? So that one is where you want to get super strong, is the incline bench. The next thing, which is similar to it, is the overhead press, whether that's standing barbell or seated shoulder press with a dumbbell. This is what builds these shoulders, these deltoids that really make your physique pop from the front and gives you that V-taper shape. If you get strong on the overhead press, my God, that means you're an absolute beast. Your core has to be tense because you're standing with huge weight above your head. Again, it's going to build your upper chest and your triceps with that. So massively impactful exercise. Those would be the 2 push exercises. Then there are 2 pull exercises that you must get down. Number 1 is the chin-ups. Chin-ups or pull-ups, we'll just use them interchangeably. And if you can get strong on this to the point where you actually add a belt and put weight on that belt, that's when your physique starts to take on a completely new level. That's really how you can get a lot of gains with small amount of volume, which is, again, in my opinion, the easier way, because who wants to be sitting there sweating and panting in the gym, spending 2 hours trying to get a pump? Final exercise that you really want to get strong on is the chest supported rows. In fact, any kind of rowing movement, like a barbell row or a dumbbell row, but I like to use the chest supported position, again, because it's the easier way. Like barbell rows, pen laid rows, a lot of these things that demand a lot of your lower back stability will take a lot out of your mental fatigue. And by the way, the same goes for the lower body. When you're doing heavy back squats, that takes a lot out of your mental fatigue. I mean, are they good, useful exercises? Yeah, but is it an easy way? Is it the easiest way? No, the easiest way is to have some kind of chest support so you don't have to focus on your lower back stabilization and you can just focus on that movement and get that upper back, mid back, which is again going to add to that V-taper. So get strong on some kind of chest supported rows, whether that's with the dumbbells or with the machine. And there you have it, those 4 exercises. Just spam those and get strong on them, and that's the easiest way to build that V-taper aesthetic body. Next, let's say you and I both wanted to go to the gym, but for me what it took was just a 5-minute walk from my house, and for you what it took was you had to go over 2 different Swiss mountains to get to the gym. Who's gonna have an easier time staying consistent, actually hitting the gym and doing the workout? A lot of people don't ask this question. How can I make going to the gym, staying consistent, as easy as possible? In other words, what are the best ways to reduce friction so that doing the good things becomes easy? This is the hack that I've been using to be super consistent. So when I look for a gym, one of the factors that I consider is proximity. How close is it to my house? How easy is it to get to? My jiu-jitsu gym happens to be super close, so I'm super lucky. That's helped me a lot of times when it was cold and rainy to just say, you know what, it's only 5 minutes away from my house, I'm gonna go there. And the same thing is with gym. Now, proximity isn't the only thing you factor into account. Maybe it's to do with how many people show up at a certain time. The old gym I used to have got super crowded and stinky at a certain time, so I was like, you know what, I'm happy to go a little bit further, not super far, but a little bit further so that I can have a cleaner and better environment that I'll enjoy training more. So sometimes the quality of the experience being good is a thing that makes it easy as well, because you're not having so much friction to do the right thing. So this is one of the first things you gotta do to make building an aesthetic body easier. You need to reduce friction to going to the gym. That might mean choose a gym that is close to your house, choose a gym that you actually enjoy going to. If you have to figure out the public transport time schedules, if you have to figure out a time in the day that makes it easy, if you have to figure out packing bags and gym equipment, if you have to shower at home instead of at the gym, if you have to put all the equipment already ready in the gym so you don't have to worry about packing stuff, just any and every little thing that will make that first step easier, do it, do it, do it, because there's no way you're going to build an aesthetic body without building some muscle in the gym. Making it easy is the first step. It's consistency. Next, now that we've talked about how to build that aesthetic V-taper, you got to still focus on the diet, because even if you get strong on these exercises, you focus on the compounds, you lower the friction to go into the gym, and you do all the things that I say, you even get my routine. If you still have a messed up diet, then you're just going to look like a chubby guy with some muscle on it, which is what I had, which is what so many guys have. Now, when you dial in the diet, that's when it starts to look amazing. It starts to look aesthetic. Now, how do you do that? And how do you do that more importantly in the easy way? Number one thing is what I call just eat, X, and forget. This comes from the famous UFC fighter Islam Makhachev, who was asked, how do you get good at wrestling, basically? And he said,
send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
What does that mean? Just do this one thing that is proven and just repeat it and forget all the other stuff, all the variables, all the optimization. Just make it easy. Just send him to Dagestan and forget. As if that's easy, right? The idea is that you got to make something simple and repeatable every time you switch your routine, like your diet. I'm gonna eat at this place, I'm gonna eat at this place, then I'm gonna eat with Sarah, then I'm gonna eat with Alex. Like every time the menu's different, every time the calories different, every time the protein's different. That's the hard way. Now compare that with a guy who just goes, you know what, I'm just gonna eat steak and that's it. Like I eat nothing else. This is exactly what happened when I went to spend time with my brother. He was 95% carnivore and he was ripped. He just got jacked. He didn't count calories. He didn't calculate protein. He just ate meat and forget. And he got, he looked pretty damn sick. So I'm not saying you got to go carnivore, because that might not be the easiest thing to stick to. So you see, you got to make it easy, not just in terms of calculation and sticking to it, but also in terms of what you're likely to sustain easily. But nothing beats this idea of simple, repeatable meals that you can just turn to and repeat on autopilot to get to your goals. Now, this meal, of course, has to be keeping you in a caloric deficit, 200 to 400 calories below your caloric maintenance. It has to be high protein, and preferably it has to be healthy. Now, under those parameters, if you have a meal that you like, or 3, just stick to that and rotate it. That's the easiest way to get lean. Next, there's a reason why most people tend to gain a little bit of fat over the winter months, over Christmas, over New Year's, and why a lot of people get leaner and leaner over the summer. Why do you think that is? It's not just because we tend to show more skin in the summer. It's also because it gets cold, your body requires more energy, and you stay inside more, so you move less. It's a combination of factors that makes you gain fat. So if you're looking for the easiest way to build an aesthetic body, and in this case to get lean, what does that mean? Make sure you use the winter months to just focus on strength building, going to the gym and getting stronger and building muscle, and then use the summer months, or the lead up, or the build up to the summer months, use that period to get lean. And if you want a concrete system that I use personally, what I do is from around September to about February, mid-February is when I'll just go, you know what, I'm happy to be 5 kg above my lean level, 10 pounds above what I look the best in, 10, 15 pounds above even. I'm fine. I'm just going to focus on strength, focus on consistency, work on other things, kind of lean bulk if you like. And then when it gets to about mid-February, I start to think about getting lean for summer. And it always takes like 2 weeks of screwing up. I'll never get it right in the first go, because when you're transitioning, there's transition energy. And then once you transition into a cut, into when you eat at a deficit, then from March onto about June, July, that's when I'm eating at the deficit and getting leaner. This is the easiest way, because you're not working against yourself. You're not working against the weather, against the temperature, against Christmas, against the new year. There are seasons to your body as well. And if you can kind of flow with that cycle and let your mind be at ease, that's what makes the eventual cut feel easier. That's the easiest way to get lean for an aesthetic body. Next, the final thing to say is that the easiest way to build an aesthetic body is to literally copy and paste the training, diet, and the thought processes of a guy who has the body that you want. Whether you want to learn how to make money in business, how to be a better jiu-jitsu player, how to do this and that, what do? I just go to the guy who has the thing that I want, and then I try to learn his system. That's why I've been buying all these courses for jiu-jitsu courses and going and learning from this athlete that I really like. Same thing is happening in business, and the same thing is true in fitness. If there's something that you want to learn, that you want to get good at, and you don't want to do the whole thinking by yourself, you don't want to design this whole routine by yourself, you don't want to figure out the whole diet setup by yourself, you don't want to have to decide and figure out what to do when you travel, what to do when life gets busy and you fall off track, what's the best way to switch, what's the best way to progress, all these little things that come into building an aesthetic body. How do you make it easy? By not having to do this all by yourself and figure it out by yourself. You just go to the person who already has the systems built out, who already went through all the trouble of figuring those difficulties, and just go, hey, I have this thing coming up, how do I navigate this? Hey, I've been struggling with this, how do I break through this weight loss plateau? Hey, I've been stuck at this strength plateau, what do I do? That is the easiest way, by getting close to somebody who has the systems already, who can just put the system in your life so you can just execute and get results fast. That is truly the hack. And if you want that to be me, by the way, for me to coach you step by step how to build a body that looks good in clothes, that looks good on the beach, that just gives you massive confidence instead of making you feel a little bit self-conscious each time you take your shirt off, then you can apply to actually do this whole process with me inside my coaching program, Aesthetic Body Accelerator. I'll leave a link for that below as well. And that sums up the easiest way to build an aesthetic body. But let's say you didn't just want it to be easy, you want it to be lazy and still get it. I made a video on the laziest way to build an aesthetic body. If you're lazy as well, that video is going to save your ass. See you next week. Bye-bye.